Hi and welcome to my new video. And if you are into watch related content, please subscribe. Today on a review and a detailed how-to tutorial, I have the Casio fishing gear watch. This $30 watch represents a Casio's adventure when it comes to digital watches. And here we have a fishing theme. This watch is useful. It uses moon age to predict fishing chances and changes. Sturdy design and classic Casio materials make sure the watch lasts, but for the price it does have its design quality drawbacks. You get a classic rubber band and a plasticky watch, but for that price, quality is excellent. The busy dial is readable, themed in a fishing style, adding the uniqueness to this watch. 10 battery life and 100-meter water resistance is just what you need with these watches. So a big plus there. One cool feature is the fish display. The fish run away in the stopwatch mode and come closer in the countdown timer mode. It has a single LED illuminating the screen. Not great, but not terrible. Obviously, the moon age is the main topic of this watch. So let's go on with the detailed how-to tutorial to see what is there to offer. Welcome to the tutorial part of this video. In the following segments, I will explain all the watch's function. But first of all, let me run through the watch indicators and the watch modes. So, beginning from the modes of the watch, you have your mode button over here. So pressing, you cycle through the modes. You have your moon age. Second press, stopwatch mode. Pressing again, countdown timer mode, alarm mode, and the dual time mode. Pressing it again, higher pitch of the sound gets us back to the standard timekeeping mode. Now when it comes to the watch face indicators, over here you have your moon phase indicator. This is the fishing level indicator, so this screen and this screen over here. You have your PM indicator, day of the week over here. You have your month and day, and this is the hour, minutes, and the seconds value. Those are the basics of this watch and the screen indicators. How to set the time and date on this watch? Well, from the standard timekeeping mode, and which we are currently in, press and hold the upper left button, that's the adjust button, until you hear the beep. And there it is. What we see here is the seconds flashing on this lower subdial, digital subdial, and now you cannot set the exact value of seconds, but what you can do is reset that value by pressing the search button over here. Pressing the mode button, the flashing moves on to the over here indicator indicating DST, so daylight saving time mode. Currently it's turned off, but to switch it or shuffle it between on or off, you have to press the search button. So when I press the search button, the DST shuffles between on or off. I'm gonna keep it at off. Pressing the mode button once again, we see the hour value flashing, and we are in the position to set the hour value. Pressing the light or surge button, you can increase or decrease the value of hours. Pressing the mode button once again, the flashing continues to the minutes value, and you can set the exact value of minutes by pressing the light button or the search button. So one of those two buttons to move it up or down. Pressing the mode button once again, we have the year value flashing over here. It says 205, so 2005, but I can increase or decrease by pressing the light or search button. So currently it's 2021. And pressing once I'm done, I'm simply press the mode button, and the month value over here starts to flash. Again, procedure is the same. Pressing the light or the search button, the value of month can be changed. Pressing the mode button once again, the shuffling continues to the day value, and I can set it using the search or the light button. So one of those two buttons to increase or decrease that value. So it's May the 10th. I'm gonna get it back to number 10. Once I'm done, I'm gonna press the mode button, and what happened there is that we are in the position of basically back to the beginning and setting the seconds. That means that we have ran through the cycle of setting the time and date. Once you're done, simply press the adjust button and the watch will implement all of those settings. You have to press the button twice. Home site data. Now the moon phase, the fishing level indicator and fishing/moon mode data will not be displayed properly unless home site data or the UTC differential and longitude is configured correctly. The UTC differential is a value that indicates the time differences between a reference point in Greenwich, England, and the time zone where a city is located. How to set that value? Well, first of all, let's enter the setting that value. Press and hold the adjust button until you hear the beep and you have the seconds flashing. Now press the adjust button once again and we are in the procedure of setting our UTC differential. Now you can press the light or search button to set the UTC differential in increments of 0.5, and the range is from -12 to +14. So again in the 0.5 hour units or the increments. Pressing the mode button, I'm shuffling through the longitude value. But you can shuffle that value by pressing the mode button once again. So between the by pressing the mode button, you can shuffle to the W over here, and by pressing the search button you can shuffle between east longitude and west longitude. Let me get back to the flashing of this value by pressing the mode button, and you can set this value by pressing the light or the search button in increments of 1. Once you're done with setting your west longitude, press the mode button to shuffle to the flashing over here and press the search button to move to the east longitude. Now press the mode button twice again to get to the screen which sets this value, this time for the east longitude. Pressing the light button and the search button, you will set that value. Once you have set your UTC differential, longitude value, east longitude and west longitude, simply press the adjust button and the watch will implement all of those settings. How to shuffle between button operation tone on or off. So in the standard timekeeping mode, press and hold the mode button until you see this indicator over here, which means that the button operation tone is off. So get back to the standard timekeeping mode, and as you can see and hear, there is no tone when I press any of the keys. To turn it on again, simply press and hold the mode button until this sign over here disappears. So here we go, press and hold, and there it is. Now when I press the mode button, the watch beeps. How to specify the illumination duration. So in the timekeeping mode, press and hold the adjust button until you hear the beep and the seconds start to flash, and there it is. Now while the seconds are flashing, you have to press the light button over here, which will shuffle this little dot over here besides LT. So currently it says there is one dot, but when I press the light button, the 3 will appear. These 3 indicate that when I press the illumination button over here or the light button, the light will stay on for 3 seconds. When I press the light button again, you have one line over here or one dot, indicating that the watch screen will stay lit on when I press the light button for 1.5 seconds. So pressing the light button, I'm shuffling between 1.5 seconds and 3 seconds illumination duration. I'm gonna leave it at 1.5 seconds, and once I'm done, simply press the adjust button twice and the watch will implement those settings. Toggling between 12-hour and 24-hour timekeeping mode. Well, the procedure is simple. In the timekeeping mode, press the search button to shuffle between 12-hour and 24-hour timekeeping mode. With 12-hour timekeeping mode, the P over here, or the PM indicator, appears to the left of the hour digits in the range of noon, so 11:59 p.m., and the no indicator appears over here, so no P of the hour digits for times in the range of midnight to 11:59 a.m. Using the stopwatch, well, first of all, let's get to the stopwatch mode. So from the standard timekeeping mode, pressing the mode button once, twice, and we enter the stopwatch mode, and it's indicated over here on this lower part of the dial, indicated ST. The stopwatch mode lets you measure the elapsed time, split time, and 2 finishes. The display range of the stopwatch is 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59.99 seconds. Fishing level indicator images appear and disappear in time with the stopwatch time measurement operation. Now, the watch screen indicators, over here you have your hours, you have your minutes, you have your seconds, and these two zeros over here indicate 1/100th of a second. So let's see how to measure times using the stopwatch mode. First of all, let's run through the elapsed time. To start the stopwatch, simply press this search button over here, and the watch will start to measure the elapsed time. Pressing the same button, the watch stops, same button to resume it, stop it again, and reset the value by pressing the adjust button. How to measure the split times? Well, first of all, let's start it by pressing the search button over here. Afterwards, simply press the adjust button. SPL is displayed over here. Then press the adjust button to split release, search button to stop it, and adjust button to reset that value. How to measure the 2 finishes? Press the search button to start it, press the adjust button to split it. First runner finishes, display time of the first runner, pressing the search button next, second runner finishes. Again, pressing the adjust button, split release, display time of the second runner, and pressing the adjust button to reset the value. Those are the basics of a stopwatch mode on this watch. The countdown timer. Well, first of all, let's get to the countdown timer. Pressing the mode button once, twice, 3 times, and we enter the countdown timer. You can set the countdown timer within a range of 1 minute to 24 hours, and alarm sounds when the countdown timer reaches 0. You can also select the auto repeat, which automatically restarts the countdown from the original value you set whenever a 0 is reached. What are the screen indicators? Over here you have your hours, you have your minutes, and you have your seconds. And this is the timekeeping mode time. Currently my time is set to 0, 0, 0, but when I want to set my countdown time, I'm gonna press and hold the adjust button until the watch beeps. Now what we see here first flashing is the hours, and we are in the process of setting the hour value. You can do that by pressing the light or the search button to increase or decrease that value. I'm gonna leave it at 0. Pressing the mode button, flashing continues or moves to the minutes value, and I'm gonna set that value by pressing the light or search button. So let me set it to 10 minutes, and there we are. Next up, pressing the mode button is the auto repeat option, and you can set it using the search button between on or off. I'm gonna leave it at off. Once I'm done, I'm simply gonna press the adjust button, and the watch will implement all of those settings. To engage the countdown timer, I'm gonna press the search button, and the watch will start counting down, and you have your fish screen over here moving in accordance to the countdown time being counted down. To stop it, press the search button and reset it pressing the adjust button. Those are the basics of the countdown timer mode. The alarm mode on this watch. Let's get to the alarm mode from the standard timekeeping mode, pressing the mode button once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and we enter the alarm mode. Now you can set up to 3 independent multifunction alarm with hour, minutes, month, and day. When an alarm is turned on, the alarm tone sounds when the alarm time is reached. What are the screen indicators? Over here you have your alarm time, so hour and the minutes value. Over here this is the alarm number, and this is the alarm date, month, and day. What is the specific of these alarms on this watch? Well, there are different alarm types of this watch, and the alarm type is determined by the settings you make. And I'm gonna run through those settings, so it's very crucial for you to understand this. There's the daily alarm, so set the hour and minutes for the alarm time. This type of setting causes the alarm to sound every day at the time you set. Then there is the date alarm. Set the month, day, hour, and minutes for the specific alarm time. This type of setting causes the alarm to sound at the specific time on the specific date you set. Then there is the 1 month alarm, so you have to set the month, hour, and minutes for the alarm. This type of setting causes the alarm to sound every day at time you set, only during the month you set. And there is the monthly alarm. Set the day, hour, and minutes for the alarm time. This type of setting causes the alarm to sound every month at the time you set, on the day you set. It's pretty complicated, and I don't believe you are going to use it. I believe that's it's just gonna be a regular alarm. So the daily alarm, I suppose you will use. So again, the daily alarm is when you set the hour and minutes for the alarm time. This type of setting causes the alarm to sound every day at the time you set. How to set the alarm time? Press and hold the adjust button until you hear the beep. And over here you have indicated seconds indicated. Now, sorry, the watch ran out to exited the alarm mode, so let me get back to the alarm mode. And there we are. So press and hold the adjust button, and you have your hour value flashing. You can set that value by pressing the search button over here, so or light button above. I'm gonna leave it, let's say, at 12 o'clock, and as you can see, my alarm is automatically turned on. Next press of the mode button shuffles the flashing to the minutes value, and I'm gonna leave it at 2 zeros, but you can set the you can set that value by pressing the light or the search button. Next press of the mode button gets us to setting the month value over here, and you can see it flashing. Now I'm not gonna do that, that's for those specific alarms. And pressing the mode button, shuffling goes back to the day setting, again for those specific alarms which I previously told you about. I'm not gonna do that. Once I'm done, I'm gonna press the adjust button, and the watch will implement all of those settings. Currently I'm at the alarm number 1, but I can shuffle between those alarms by pressing the search button. So you have alarm number 1, 2, 3, and this is the hourly time signal. Again, back to alarm number 2, which is turned on. Let me see. So the alarm number 1 is turned on, but to turn it off, I can simply press the adjust button once, and by pressing the adjust button, it will turn it to snooze alarm, and pressing it again, it will turn it off. So pressing it once, turn it on, pressing it twice, snooze alarm, and pressing it once again, it will be turned off. Let me shuffle through the hourly time signal by pressing the search button over here and pressing the adjust button to turn it on, and you have your bell indicated over here, indicating that the hourly time signal is turned on. Simply pressing the adjust button once again, the watch will turn it off. And once I'm done, I'm gonna press the mode button and get back to the standard timekeeping mode. Now those are the basics of the alarm mode on this watch. The dual time mode on this watch. First of all, let's enter the dual time mode by pressing the mode button from the standard timekeeping mode. So pressing the button, you shuffle between the modes, and one of them is the dual time mode, and it's indicated over here, DT. The dual time mode lets you keep track of time in a different time zone. You can select either standard time or daylight saving time for that time you set. What are the screen indicators? Over here you have your dual time, hour, minutes, and the seconds value. This is the standard timekeeping or the mode time on this watch, and this is the indicator that we are in the dual time mode, and when we turn on or off the DST, the indicator would be over here. Now let's run through the procedure of how to set our the dual time mode. Press and hold the adjust button till you hear the beep, and the first in a row of settings is setting our DST. Currently it's turned off. By pressing the search button, you can shuffle between on or off. I'm gonna leave it, let's say, on. Pressing the mode button once again, the flashing moves to the hour value, and you can shuffle the hour value, so increase or decrease that value by pressing the light or search button. Pressing the mode button once again, flashing continues to the minutes value, and you can set the exact value of minutes by pressing the light or the search button. Once you're done, simply press the adjust button and your dual time mode is or the dual time value is set. Fishing or moon mode of this watch. The fishing/moon mode displays an indicator that shows as one of 5 levels: the suitability of a specific date and time, minutes 0 to 59 for a particular hour for the fishing. This mode also can be used to display moon data, moon age, and moon phase. That's done by pressing the adjust button. If you doubt that the fishing level indicator or current moon data is wrong for some reason, you have to check the current timekeeping mode, time, date, and home site, and correct them if required. What are fishing level indicators? The fishing level indicator shows the relative favorability of a fishing time, calculated in accordance with the moon transit and a phase. Now I'm going to put this table over here so you can get a better picture. These indicators actually appear during the moon ages. 13 to 16.6 is a full moon and phase immediately preceding it, and 27.7 to 1.8 a new moon and phase immediately preceding it. The fishing level indicator changes in accordance with the moon data. In the timekeeping mode, the fish indicator over here flashes whenever the fishing level of the current time is 4 or 5. How to view the current fishing level and moon data? In the fishing/moon mode, press the adjust button, to toggle between the fishing level screen or the moon data. The fishing level indicator shows the level for the display time. The initial fishing level screen shows the level for 6 a.m. The moon data screen shows the moon age and moon phase for the current date. I previously said that you can shuffle between the fishing level screen over here and the moon data screen by pressing the adjust button. While the fishing level screen is indicated, you can press the search button to advance to the next hour, and you can see the fish level changing on the upper screen. While the moon data screen is being displayed, so press the adjust button over here. You can press the same buttons or the search button to advance to the next day. Now you can also specify the particular date, year, month, and day to view a fishing level and the moon data. How to specify the date in the fishing mode. So here we are in the fishing mode, press the adjust button, press and hold the adjust button until the watch beeps. Now, first procedure is setting our year. I can shuffle between the settings by pressing the search and the light button to set the exact value of year. Pressing the mode button, I'm shuffling through the month value, and I can increase or decrease that button by pressing the search or light button. Pressing the mode button once again, I'm shuffling between 20 and 21 by pressing the light or the search button over here. Now, to implement all of those settings, simply press the adjust button and the watch will do exactly that. To get a better picture of the moon phase indicator, I'm gonna put this table over here. So the moon phase indicator of this watch indicates the current phase of the moon as it's shown on this image. The moon phase indicator shows the moon as viewed at the noon from a position in the northern hemisphere looking south. Note that at times the image shown by the moon phase indicator may differ from the actual moon in your area. The left or right orientation of the moon phase is reversed when viewing from the southern hemisphere or from a point near the equator. The moon phase and the moon age goes through a regular 29 and 53 day cycle. During each cycle, the moon appears to wax and wane as the relative positioning to the Earth, Moon, and Sun changes. The greater the angular distance between the Moon and the Sun, the more we see illuminated. The watch performs a rough calculation of the current moon age starting from 0 to the moon age cycle. Since this watch performs calculations using the integer values and no fractions, the margin for error, the displayed moon age, is plus or minus 1 per day. And explaining the fish and moon data, we come to the end of this review and detailed how-to tutorial video. If you are into watch-related content and like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. So thank you.